Hi everyone, it's Plant Mama Tatiana. I'm in Florida visiting my family, so today I'm going to show you my mom's garden and do Plant Mama Mama's garden tour. So this is the first section. It's actually the newest patch in the garden. We just planted everything a couple of weeks ago. The star of the show here are these Canna Lilies, and they're so pretty. We have the mango color, which is this. There's also red and yellow, but they're not really blooming right now. And then we have hibiscus that are going to bloom hopefully soon. These are the Egyptian Starcluster, which have beautiful red flowers. This is one of my favorites. It's a copper leaf is the name of this plant, and look at these leaves. They're absolutely gorgeous. We have two here because we split the plant, but I'm obsessed with these leaves. I mean, the pinks, the reds, the greens, the color is absolutely stunning. We just planted these here recently as well. These are a bunch of cuttings that I found of a purple heart or Tradescantia. And look at these beautiful flowers coming along. I'm obsessed with them. So these have been growing really nicely under the magnolia tree. There's a bunch over there. And then we have a couple of baby spider plants that we just planted as well. And then these are some sort of basket plant. I'm not really sure. If I have the name, I'll add everything on the screen. These are obviously some of my favorites. These are all of the Vinca. There are these pink with the white center. There's some white ones over there, some purple and all pink ones. I, of course, took babies and tried to grow them in my apartment. So I'm just obsessed with these, and they're growing all over the place, all over her garden. And here, of course, is the beautiful orange bird of paradise. Look at these flowers. They're so beautiful. And it is just full, always pushing out beautiful flowers and growth. 2 blooms right now. The rest have been cut and are in an arrangement indoors. And you know, these are my absolute favorite. These are the boat lilies, or Tradescantia spathacea. And of course I have this growing in my apartment as well, the Florida plant. And these are just growing babies like crazy. They're all over the place. Look at these blooms. And here we have some crotons, of course. These are all new shoots to the red roses she has growing. Sadly, no roses to show right now. They were all freshly cut, but you can see that a lot more are coming, so hopefully I can add some pictures of them soon. Here's an azalea that is coming along, beautiful bloom. Palm trees here, of course, very Florida. Here are the beautiful crepe myrtle blooms, growing really nicely. Beautiful blooms. And just over here you see the magnolia tree. Nothing really blooming right now. Here on the magnolia is where we have the seeds that come out. And here is one where the seed is opening. So you can see what that looks like. This is the Florida peach tree. My mom got it on clearance and it was just the stick. I think it was just this stick if I remember correctly, and it was completely dead, no leaves. And look how much it's grown. There are so many leaves now. It's so nice. No fruit has happened yet, but it's still really cute. It's a cute tree. Here is a new flower patch that's all work in progress. Hibiscus, lumbagos. My mom is working on laying out the mulch. So that is a whip, if you will. This is her barrel of weeds, as in she planted stuff in here and she's not sure what's from the seeds and what are weeds now. That's scallion, so she knows that, but what is everything else in here? Who knows? We have the tomato plant I got her for maybe Mother's Day or her birthday, a Better Boy tomato. These are peppers that she's growing from the seeds. Starting to see a couple of blooms there, which is very nice. This is what I think is a pineapple plant that I actually saved from the trash. It was lawn scrap trash day and someone had thrown it out and I was like, wait, it had roots, they dug it out, they didn't want it anymore, so we of course planted it, and now it's starting to have a little growth here. So hopefully this is a pineapple and it'll grow something eventually. This is the newest pride of the garden. My mom's sunflower seeds have finally blossomed. Look how beautiful they are. Here is one beautiful sunflower. There is another one growing. And then we have one coming along right there and another that's about to bloom. Go her, all from seeds. This is the butternut squash that I brought my mom from the seeds that I was growing. I brought her a little one, and look, it's starting to bloom. It wasn't looking too hot, but it is making a comeback here. So hopefully she has some butternut squash if I don't. Now we have all the plumbago growing along here like crazy. It was just a small little bush when she first got them, one or two. And they have started to come together, and that's the idea of what she wants to do with the whole side over there where you saw all the little baby ones growing. Look how beautiful these flowers are. I just love the color. They attract a lot of butterflies, which is so nice. And then here we have another hibiscus. Here is a beautiful hibiscus flower. She has all sorts of colors. Here's one that's blooming. This is another beautiful hibiscus. I absolutely love these. The color is so amazing. They're so gorgeous. They don't smell like anything, but they're really, really beautiful. All sorts of hibiscus in this place. Here's the magnolia tree, the second one. There are no flowers on it. We'll definitely have to do a spring tour at some point because this garden looks so amazing when everything is blooming. This is a spider plant growing under the magnolia tree. Here's the bougainvillea that's growing along the wall. It has gotten so big since she planted it, and I wish I could show you what the blooms look like, but that's not the time for them, but they're so beautiful. And then we have ferns here, of course, fern, and this pothos that we just got and tried to rescue, so it's looking a little not great, but we're working on it. This is a camellia. You can see that there are some blooms coming along. Then we also have this dragon fruit cactus growing along the wall as well. And look how it just finds its way up the wall with the roots. It's so cool. There's a couple of them, of course. So here they are. No fruit on them yet, but hopefully one day. And we also have along the wall some pothos growing that will hopefully grow up it soon. This one is starting to creep up the wall. These are our hydrangeas. There are 3 of them. There are different species of hydrangeas, but we can't see the flowers right now. And here's some poinsettias that my mom was growing really well. This is all jasmine that's growing along the wall, and it's taken off like crazy. And when it blooms, oh my goodness, it smells amazing. I love these vines and how they grow. It's so beautiful. I mean, there's nothing like a jasmine vine, the way these all loop together and form these beautiful, intricate vines. It's really so beautiful. I tried to grow a baby of this in my apartment and it's doing okay. I have 1 or 2 leaves now, but it's nothing like this. This is incredible. All of these fake flowers you see along here and in the front light up in the night. They're so cute. They're solar powered. Here's some cactus that I got for her. I brought them from my collection of cactus because I had too many, so these are now here. And then this, we're getting into the shady, colorful area basically. These, of course, are the Tradescantia Zabrinas that we found cuttings of that were growing that someone had tossed out, but of course they rooted. So we're hoping that they'll grow up the wall here. And then we also planted a bunch all over the place. I just love how they sparkle in the sun. Here are some caladiums, my absolute favorite. I have to take some back. But look at these beautiful colors. They are growing in the shade. There's some sun here, but mostly shade. The Syngonium podophyllum, or arrowheads. Absolute favorite in the garden are the elephant ears. Look how big they are. They're so amazing. This is the same plant as the little Callisia that I have growing indoors. That's not nearly as big, but this is the more mature version of this, and look how big these leaves can get. And these are still just baby-sized leaves. I mean, they're massive. These are my favorite. I love them. They're beautiful. Some of the leaves get snapped really, really easily, especially when the winds blow really hard here during a storm. So we just peel those off. But here you can see new leaves coming along on them. They grow new leaves really, really easily. And look how big they are. So that's a new leaf that's coming here. We have a new leaf coming over here that's just starting to unfurl. And it's so big. Some smaller ones growing over there. We've got a big one here. Some little monsteras that we just planted, just the babies, but we've got a bunch of them. There's this one over here too that has a new leaf coming. And then we have the split leaf philodendron, just 2 little babies that will hopefully survive. They're basically being propagated right now. This is my favorite area in the garden. It's nice and shady. These are some things my mom's propagating. I don't really know what they are, but look at the roots. So she is ready to plant them up This just got relocated here. It was growing more in the shade and it didn't look too healthy and hadn't flowered in a while, so we're hoping it does better here. These are the Callias. Look at those beautiful colors. Here's another with some flowers. More ferns. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of ferns, just wait. More Callias. So those are doing really well. Of course, we have the aloe vera. You'll see there's a little baby growing right here, actually. So cute. The mama of the baby aloe vera plant that I have in my apartment as well. This is called the devil's backbone or monkey plant. It grows like crazy. I'm hoping that I can propagate some of this and bring it to my apartment because I just love the leaf and these zigzag stems. It's super cool. Now we're in Fern Alley, which is what I like to call this area of the garden. There are ferns everywhere. So we have these little baby Boston ferns that are starting to grow. And then we have another type of fern, and these are growing like crazy. I mean, look how big this plant is. It's insane. And this started as just one of those little ferns that you would get at the store. I mean, just a little pot of it, and growing out here, it has been thriving. And here you can even see the roots that grow along the wall and stretch out to all of their offshoots that start to grow. So this plant has produced many, many babies, and you can see all of those roots crawling to the other plants. More ferns than you would ever need in your life. This is a variegated shell ginger that I got her that died that is slowly coming back. Here we have the hostas that just got relocated here actually, because as you can see where they were before, we had some slugs that were eating them up really badly. So these here, these as well. So hopefully this new spot will be better for them. I mean, they got ripped apart by pests. What's this plant called? She doesn't know, but this has a beautiful purple flower. Thank you so much for joining my Plant Mama's garden tour. I hope you enjoyed all of her plants. They're all so beautiful. You'll recognize a lot of the plants I have as well because I steal her little babies from her garden. Let me know which of Plant Mama's plants are your favorite. She's going to read the comments, so be nice to her. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you love gardens and houseplants and everything in between. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!